Welcome to Mind-Made Problems, the podcast. What is mind-made problems? Well, the idea came from man-made problems and how man has made these problems for himself. So, relating that to the mind, what does your mind make judgment upon that creates a problem for you? What thoughts hinder you and make you question that decision or make you question the thought that you're actually thinking? A mind-made problem developed by humans. Today's discussion is all about that feeling of needing to collapse in someone's arms. No matter who it is, no matter where it is, but just that feeling of overwhelmness. That feeling of needing affection, love, and that moment of being held. When I think of this and I wrote this down, what came to me was life, well, maybe more specific, events within our life, negative events within our life can affect the mind, can affect your emotions negatively. And within your life, not having support or the mental attitude to uplift yourself, it's very easy to place yourself in that position of vulnerability, the need of just anything to make you feel better, go to desperation, and really just truly alone. And that's a dark place to be. It's a place that I'm sure you listening, watching, and maybe encountered yourself. That place where it was just you. It was just that moment. Things feel heavy. Your body feels heavy. Your shoulders feel heavy. Your breathing feels harder. But if that's one side, what's the other side? That's that place. What's the other side? What's the other side? What's the other side? The other side is feeling okay. The other side is feeling good. The other side is feeling strong emotionally. So where's the balance? Balance only comes from two sides being equal. Two sides having the same weight, two sides having the same usage. If we look at it like this, that sounds like having days where you'll be upset, having days where you'll be struggling, one side of the spectrum. And that also sounds like having days where you'll be happy, having days where you'll feel strong, powerful, the other side of the spectrum. So if you use both of the days, if you allow both of those days to happen, you create balance. You create openness for you to stay in that middle part. At zero. Not too high, not too low. Not in the minus, not in the positive. Just at zero. But you feel the need to collapse in somebody's arms. The mind-made problem behind an imbalance of emotion, an imbalance of feeling, is holding that moment to something negative. Let me go further with that. If you're working at a job on yourself, personal development, or you're working on your own business, and the workload, whether that's to serve customers, whether that's to check stock, whether that's to update your finances, whether that's to check in for yourself and meditate, whatever that is, that workload can bring a negative sense of, oh, my days, again, do I have to? It can bring a negative feeling. That's understandable, because you'd rather be sit there and not doing anything at all, but you understand you have to. So with that negative feeling, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. If there isn't the other side of the spectrum of you turning up one day to work, to your business, to yourself, with a higher expectation and a higher state. If you were to tap into that, you'd create that balance of managing you working there, you're working on yourself, you're working on your business, but also in a way that doesn't make it hell, but in a way that doesn't make it heaven either. You could say making it like earth, but it's just right. So I ask you, if the mind made problem is that imbalance creating a negative association to an action to how you feel about yourself or what you can and can't do, what's the other side to that? This is something I've repeated in the last 2 episodes because that's the fundamental question behind a mind-made problem. If you have a mind-made problem, there must be a mind-made solution. If you have to breathe in, you have to breathe out. So what is the other side to that? Accepting, allowing, and being in that time when it's tough. When you don't want to work, when you just want to lay in bed, when you just want to eat junk, when you've had enough. Being there for that day, one day, but also being there and push yourself even further when you got the energy, when you got the spirit of prosperity. But being at both places in order to daily be in that middle place. Because that's when you just work. Done, day done. And you do it again tomorrow. You do it again tomorrow. And you can exercise the spectrums of emotion another time. Because you've conserved it for the moment it's necessary. Do you see what I'm saying? Of course. Mind-made solutions. That's what I should have called this podcast. Mind-made solutions developed by humans. But thank you for this time listening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.